Hi, I'm Mike Haduck, and today we're going to do a little review on Sacsayhuaman, which is in Cusco, Peru. I visited the site. As I said, our family's been in business over 70 years. I worked as a stonemason all my life, and I'm going to give you my take on it. First, we flew from New Jersey down to Lima, Peru, and then from Lima, Peru, we took a plane into Cusco. Now, this is a free map they give you the city. There's the cathedral, and up in the corner, up in here, is Sacsayhuaman. I'm shooting this from Google Earth, but when you get to the site, you come in here to the parking lot, and then I walked over here, and that's the part I showed you the 360 from. And then I walked down in here, and that's where I started the tour. Alright, I'm going to do a 360 here, so you get an idea of this site. And the Coliseum part is over on that side. And the parking lot down here is down below where you come in. Hi, I'm Mike Haduck, and we're in Cusco, Peru. And this is one of the biggest stones, and it goes over 12 feet down. I think it's over 150 ton. But I did a video on Machu Picchu, and I showed you it's not the way they carved it or anything that made a big deal. It's the heavy stones that they lifted. So we're looking down at the layers as they go. And they put these little ropes up anymore, just like if you're down. But they made these awful tight. And they did have earthquakes in the area. And what I found out is just by looking at it, they're not all perfect going right through. There's a lot of different variations in them, and they didn't worry about the face of them. They just put them in. Now, they say it's a fortress. I don't think anybody knows, but even those old castles in Europe, they would build and rebuild them as time went by. And this is megalithic. And then they came up, and this could be Inca, and they'll use other parts from other areas to rebuild. Now, here's one of the reasons I say the stone could have been a lot softer when they used it. You got all these markings in it for no reason, and they're not natural. They got the old school, and then the Incas come. But notice, anytime they build a retaining wall here, they always have the ground coming over the top of the wall. That's what locks the ground in. Now we're looking at the back of the stones. They're not carved perfect in the back. They don't care about the back. It's in the sides when they want to get them up to each other. Again, when they're putting their stones together, they do this part good, but they don't care about the back. Back don't matter. Now we're on top of the fortress, and those stones ain't cut perfect. And even in the back, they're not cut perfect. They cut them, and they might have stopped there, but you can see all the backs of the stones. It's not like they say it's almost like the Coral Castle. I don't really see that much of a difference. Again, here's some of these huge stones, and on the top, they didn't care what they did on the back side of them, because the back side was going to get covered with dirt. Here's some of the stones. You could actually go see how they squared them and cut them, but they're all not square. They all cut them to fit in a certain position or a certain place. Now here's the parking lot again, and we came here to the 360. I started the tour. I went this way and went all up and through here and back down to the parking lot. So the second part of the tour, here's the parking lot again. Here's where I did the 360. We're going to go up to here and what they call the Coliseum, then walk down through here and end the tour. All right, off of this Coliseum thing, looks like they got other things where they carved into the stone. Same kind of thing. And right over there, looks like a little quarried spot again. Now I'm at the stone here where it's like upside down steps. They've been this way a long time because you could see the effervescence sticking out of it. What a lot of people think is this whole stone, there was a cataclysmic event and it kind of rolled over this way or that way. And the same thing with this stone over here. I'm looking at this stone and it's not straight. You see there's like a little bend in it. We get down to this one. That's pretty straight, but still not straight. Well, one thing for a rock to be that way, it has to be real soft at one time. But right now I would think they made money with a water slide. I'm going to talk about that site a little bit, and as a stonemason, I don't see as big a deal as everybody says it is. First of all, when I first got out of the service, I was working for a guy who was moving houses. When we would use the house jacks and get it up on rollers and actually move the house. And if we were short a jack, we would just get 2 wedges and a guy banging on each side with the sledgehammer, and up the house goes. So moving those big things is not a big deal to me. There's other stuff on the internet that people's moving big stones. I did a video on the Coral Castle, and that's before they found that lost footage of the guy moving all those big stones by himself. So if someone's saying to me, Mike, how do they move them big stones? Well, you start out moving a little stone, and you start learning how to move a bigger stone, and you start learning how to move a bigger stone, and sooner or later you figure all that stuff out. That's not a big deal to me. As far as carving the stones, I did the video on Ollantaytambo and Machu Picchu, and I made that little reference that if you want to find an easy way to do something, always get the laziest guy and he'll find the easiest way. And I want to thank all the engineers and architects who wrote into me thanking me, saying that is the truth. That's what you do. So I hope you enjoy these videos. To me, it's not a big a deal as everybody says it is. They might have used different techniques in ancient times. The stone could have been softer or whatever. You can make your own theories up. It doesn't matter. But I have more videos coming on Peru, and I'll get them out as I get them. So thanks for watching. Until next video, I'm Mike Haduck, and that's it.